Hello and welcome to GDW Tutorial 5, Introduction to Unity Scripting, Part 2. In this tutorial, we will be once again adding scripts to our objects. However, in this case, we will be using the scripts and the inspector to add objects dynamically to lists within those scripts. Basically, we will be adding the functionality to our game board objects, in this case, the snakes and the ladders, where the player lands at the bottom of a ladder, they will go up. The player lands at the top of a snake, they will go down. If you are looking for more information on this week's task, please refer to the recap portion of the video. Until then, let's get started. All right, let's get to it. If you remember from last time, we made everything function. So now you can roll dice and everything. However, you'll notice they're both on 5. They weren't able to go up the ladder. That's a problem that we're going to fix right now. So the first thing that we're going to do is create our snake. That did not open up the snake. Double click it. And so we are going to do exactly what we did to the board last time. System.serializable. That'll just make it so that it's serializable, just for us. And so we don't actually need either of these functions. So we're going to make serialize field private int. So what do we need to know about the snake in order to make a function? Well, we need the head tile. And the tail tile. So we're going to create a constructor. Tail tile. And then we're just going to store those values. Head tile, and then tail tile equals tail tile. And then public int get head tile, public int get tail tile, tile. And that's it. That's our snake class. And we're going to make something almost identical for our ladder. Create ladder. And that is actually all the scripts that we're going to be creating. The rest of the scripts that we're going to be doing in this video is we're just going to be editing other scripts. So it's going to be nearly identical. We're going to write system.serializable at the top, and then serialize field private int top tile tile, and then public ladder top tile, and then top tile equals top tile, bottom tile equals bottom tile, and then public int get top tile, turn top tile, and then get bottom tile. Bottom tile. And that's it. That's our ladder. So the next thing that we want to do is go into our board, and you'll notice that we don't have a list ladders. So let's make one. Private list snake, snakes, and then private ladder, ladders. And just like we have a get tile positions, we want a public snake, get snakes, and then return snakes, public list ladder, get ladders, return ladders. And that's all we need to change here. So now we have a list of snakes and ladders, and they're all within our board object, which is linked within our player movement object. And what we need to do now is essentially check, hey, did the player land on one? And so we're going to do that after update position, obviously. And basically what we want to do is actually, we don't want to do it right there. So notice how you can only go up a ladder or a snake if your tile movement is 0 and the player is currently either on a head tile or a ladder bottom tile. But they can't be moving at that time. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to check it in here, because there's no reason to check it and loop through it every frame if we don't have to. I is less than board.getSnakes.count. And all this does is loop through our snakes and check if players, current player, get current tile, get current tile, and that's a function, equals board.getSnakes at I get head tile. So is the player's current tile is it is it in the correct space? Well, if it's on a head tile, that means we need to run move down snake, and then I is which snake we're moving down. So we are going to create a function called move down snake. We're going to have it down here. And it's going to be void move down snake slot. And then it's just players, current player, and then we're going to set their current tile to board.getSnakes, and then slot.getTailTile -1. We actually do need to move this out. I did just realize that. We cannot have this in here. So the issue being is that it won't update the position to what tile we're supposed to move it to unless it's out of here. that is all. And so all we want to do is add a if and then tile movement amount and then and, which means that both of these have to be true. And then we just do tile movement amount equals 1. And then it will allow the move down snake to happen. And then we can just do the exact same thing, but with the ladders. Get ladders. And then if 0, current player, oh, get, oh, dot get current tile, board dot get, get ladders, at I dot get bottom tile. So if they're on top of the bottom tile, then we set tile movement amount to 1, and then we climb ladder at I. And we need to create the climb ladder function. Ladder. And it's players current player dot set current tile to get ladders slot dot get top tile -1. And that'll put you on the exact tile. And yeah, now we just have to actually test it. So what we're going to do is click on this, and you'll notice there's 2 new things. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 snakes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ladders. So what we want to do is add 6 snakes. And then we want to add 2, 3, 4, 6 ladders. I'm going to go into our snakes and add snake component to each of our snakes. If we click on one and then shift select, we can add snake to each one. And so this is our snake that head tile is at 82 and tail tile is at 20. So we write 82, 20, and then head tile for this one is at 95 and then 36, 95, 36, and then head tiles at 36 and 5, 36 and 5, and then the fourth one is 87 and 66, 87, 66. Fifth one is at 56 and 8, 56, 8, and then the final one is 49 and 7. Now we've got all these, so we want to select our game board, go snake. I'm going to just add all of our snakes to the list. From here, we want to make sure that, so click on ladder 1, and then shift click to ladder 6 and add ladder. And then so ladder 1 is, it's on 86 and 48 is the bottom tile. Oh wait, that's ladder 2. Ladder 1 is 51 and 9. Ladder 3 is 35 and 5. Ladder 4 is 91 and 69. Ladder 5 is 42 and 23. Ladder 6 is 83 and 62. And that's all. Select our game board again. Drag all of our ladders on. Ladder 4, ladder 5, ladder 6. And now that it's working, we've just got a test. Notice we've got the in here. If it works, let's hope we can get lucky and get a ladder. And a snake at least once. Hey, it works. 23 to 42. So that's our ladders working. Now we want to see our snakes working. Oh, so close. Oh. We want to see a separate snake functioning properly. You'll notice that because these two land on the exact same tile, and that ladder works too, because these two land on the exact same tile, when you go down 36, you go right back up to 35. And that's an interesting little feature, I guess would be accurate. Oh, well, this one's going to win. But a way around that is we can go here. And you know what? We can... Now it lands on 4. So we're going to change snake 3 to land on 4. Got a 2. Yeah. Sadly, there's no way that I can just cut and skip until we inevitably get a snake. Wish there was. But that's something that you could program in yourself. You could even like that. Yeah. Oh. And you'll notice that there was a glitch right there. I sent this snake to 36 instead of 38. And so what we did there is it sent it from 95 all the way to 36, which then immediately sent back down to 4. So you got to make sure to put the right numbers. But yeah, those are those are all the snakes working. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial. You now have a functional game that you can win and lose, and it is accurate to the original Snakes and Ladders. Yeah. Congratulations. Now, on to the recap.